Have you ever tried to force together two puzzle pieces that look like they should fit and don't? That's exactly what we do when we use the term agile methodologies. Today, let's explore why these words don't fit, what this tells us about building truly agile organizations, and how ignoring the contradiction of terms puts our agile and AI transformations in jeopardy. When we think of agile, we imagine flexibility, responsiveness, and adaptation. In contrast, methodology implies a fixed set of steps, a recipe for specific results. This combination creates a tension because adaptability and prescription don't naturally align. It's not just semantics. The authors of the Agile Manifesto had already created all their innovative practices and tools, from extreme programming and Scrum to test driven development and continuous integration, years before signing the manifesto. In fact, some of the approaches that have landed under the Agile umbrella, like Lean and Kanban, date back to the 1930s and 40s. The manifesto didn't invent any of these practices, it reframed them, highlighting a mindset shift towards adaptability and human centered priorities. The manifesto's authors were process experts who discovered something bigger than the practices that they created, a way of thinking that centered on people and in their interactions. They unearth a deeper truth. Effective communication, collaboration, and adaptability are required to deliver business agility by nurturing innovation, adaptation, flexibility, resilience, engagement, and the many other workplace enablers that result in better products and services. When we encounter new ideas, we naturally map them to what we already know. For organizations that have not undergone an agile transformation, agile at first seems like another fixed method because that's what they're accustomed to. True agility, though, is about choosing and adjusting practices based on the evolving context, not sticking rigidly to them. The advent of agile brings about the fascinating challenge to create shared context to talk about it. How do you describe something entirely new with only the language you already know? Imagine trying to explain the internet to someone from the 1800s. You would rely on analogies that don't quite fit. This is what happened with Agile. The authors used the language of waterfall because it was familiar. This led to phrases like Agile methodologies, which don't quite capture the flexibility that Agile requires. Many organizations today still assume Agile is simply a one-to-one replacement for waterfall. If we compare it to technology, it's like assuming a smartphone is just a fancy rotary phone. Yes, both make calls, and smartphones' adaptability and versatility is on a whole different level. Similarly, agile processes and tools aren't just replacement for waterfall processes and tools. They enhance business agility capabilities to navigate through rapid change and high uncertainty. This brings us to critical insight about why many agile transformations struggle. Companies often purchase agile tools and adopt agile practices, assuming they're simply upgrading their existing processes, like trading in an old phone for a new phone. Although any senior leader today understands that success isn't achieved by creating a faster horse, that's exactly what most agile acquisitions have expected, and why so many have failed. Agile practices aren't just better versions of waterfall tools, they're designed for a fundamentally different way of working. They're built to embrace change and uncertainty, not to control and eliminate them. Here's the key: these tools only work effectively when the people using them also embrace this mindset of adaptability and comfort with uncertainty. Imagine giving a smartphone to someone who refuses to learn anything beyond making basic calls. They'll miss out on most of these capabilities, even becoming frustrated that this new phone doesn't work like their old one because extra features are getting in the way. Similarly, organizations that implement agile practices without evolving their mindset often find themselves frustrated, wondering why these new tools aren't delivering the promised benefits. The Agile Manifesto authors prioritize making their practices and tools accessible because that was their expertise. They never set out to spearhead a cultural revolution. Yet, in their quest to popularize their solutions, they discovered something far more profound, a cultural shift that transcends any specific process or tool. In trying to promote their practices, they uncovered a truth about how people work best together in complex, changing environments. This isn't just about getting agile right, it's about preparing for what comes next. Consider agile as a crucial stepping stone, a dress rehearsal of sorts towards AI transformation. When CEOs purchase agile practices and tools, many think they're just upgrading their organization's engine. The reality is more profound than that. If you attach a jet engine to a matchbox car, you won't get a faster car. You'll get an explosion. Similarly, implementing agile practices without the corresponding mindset shift won't accelerate your organization. It might even damage it by leaving teams unprepared to deal with the fast paced change and uncertainty that AI transformations will deliver. This message is particularly critical for business leaders today. When agile transformations fail to deliver expected results, it's tempting to dismiss agile as ineffective or oversold, perhaps not a good fit for the company. We're special. An engine is not a good fit for our unique company DNA. That perspective misses the point entirely. All waterfall organizations believe this, and that's perfectly normal until they succeed in shifting their perspective. The business agility that Agile enables isn't just a nice to have, it's becoming essential for survival, especially as we move into the AI era. Here's why. If organizations skip over proper Agile transformation, declare themselves quote unquote Agile, done. All of the to do checklists just because we've adopted a few new processes and tools, and rush straight into AI implementation while maintaining a waterfall mindset. They carry forward all the rigidity and control focused constraints that waterfall imposes. In an AI context, that's not just inefficient, it's potentially dangerous, creating serious risks at an organizational and even societal level. AI requires the very capabilities that Agile helps develop: adaptability, rapid and continuous learning, comfort with uncertainty, and so on. The organizations that will thrive in the AI era aren't those with the best technology. They're the ones that have developed the cultural and organizational capabilities to use that technology effectively. That's what a true agile transformation delivers if and when we understand it correctly and implement it fully. So, what's a better way to think about this? Instead of agile methodologies, we might use agile practices, or even better, talk about adaptive capabilities, the foundational skills needed to thrive amid constant change. This reframing helps us to see that agile isn't a recipe, it's a mindset and skill set to evolve in response to change. Let me be clear. Agile practices, processes, and tools advocated by the authors of the Agile Manifesto are core and essential to deliver business agility. And without the agile mindset, they fail to deliver their full potential. As you reflect on agility in your organization, ask yourself, are you focusing on following practices, or are you developing adaptive capabilities that effectively and safely those practices to use? Are you doing agile, or are you becoming more agile? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more insights on building adaptive, resilient organizations in the AI era. Thanks for watching.